Happy Wednesday! Got my water with me, taking some steps. I hope you're taking some time to step away and head out, even if you just grab a walk around your parking lot or just walk around the office. Get some movement in, get some steps. It'll help you refocus and come back clearer. So I was talking, I think it was last Thursday, I was chatting with a high school friend, and he was covering some medical stuff with me, and we were talking about things, and it really got me to thinking, because he was talking about, in particular, blood pressure, and that it wasn't that he needed medication, and his issue wasn't a blood pressure issue, it was a weight loss issue. And it really kind of like put the seed in the back of my head as I was thinking about things. And then this morning, so every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m., I run a private little workout for my boot camp clients, and we kind of just work out together virtually from wherever we are. And sometimes we get to talking after, and we were chatting about just some of the benefits and things, and migraines came up in the conversation. I was like, you know what? I used to have migraines like severely, where I was on max salt. They were upping my prescription. I was on a lot of medication. I was taking trips to the emergency room and getting IVs because of how bad my migraines would be. I mean, it wasn't uncommon for me to get a migraine 2 or 3 times a month. And so what I was realizing when I was talking to him, I was thinking about my friend again, our conversation last week, and I was like, I had a really big misconception. When I joined my coach, I was over 300 pounds. I was going to the gym. I was eating veggies. I was juicing. I was doing, some healthy things. I was doing some unhealthy stuff, but I was not associating my diverticulitis trips to the emergency room, my emergency gallbladder surgery, my kidney stones more than once. Like, I had way too many CAT scans for mid-20 something, like mid-20s to early 30s. I really had a lot of CAT scans and blood work, and a lot of things wrong with me. And I was working 2 or 3 jobs, and I was continually going to the doctor because of how I was feeling, but I never associated that those were a byproduct of my weight, and those were a byproduct of my overall health and of my overall choices. And it wasn't that I needed my coach to lose weight. Like, I kind of missed that. That was my biggest misconception. I thought I needed my coach and I needed the tools because I had to lose 100 pounds. And in reality, my body needed to get healthy. I needed to improve my health and understand what I was doing. Because like I said, I was going to the gym. No, I wasn't, going 5 or 6 times a week, but I was going on a regular basis, and I was juicing, and I was eating veggies. I wasn't adverse to vegetables. I was making also way more bad choices than good choices, and it was compounding, and it was having me gain weight. And then that weight was adding the additional stresses and pressures. And so now here I am, 2.5 years in my journey. I've held over 100-pound loss for a year. I've held the loss. I'm still moving forward, getting stronger. And what I'm learning is these last 2.5 years, I don't even buy Excedrin anymore. Like, I think the last 2.5 years, I've had 2 migraines. One of them was most definitely hormonal emotional when I was going through some very personal hard time. Life happens, and sometimes things come up that are challenging. And so I can't even really claim it as a migraine from my food choices. But it never occurred to me that my overall health was really the problem. And it just really resonated with me on the conversation this morning, because I was like, we're doing so much more than weight loss. Like, there is so much more, and it is all related. It is all like what you eat, the food you're looking at before you put it in your mouth. That food is creating the cells, is giving you the energy. That food is fueling you and building your future tomorrow. Like, so if you look at what you're eating and it's not looking super nutritious, the cells and the foundation of your tomorrow and your 10 days from now and your 10 years from now and your 20 years from now, that's what it's going to be based on, right? And so, like I said, my biggest misconception was I needed to lose weight. Yes, I needed to lose weight. I was uncomfortable. I was hiding. I was having all these medical issues. And now I haven't had a diverticulitis flare up in years. I mean, it got to a point where I was actually scraping the seeds out of bananas, which, truth be told, until I went to the emergency room for diverticulitis, I didn't even know bananas had seeds. Like, I never noticed them. So now I get my daily superfood shake in, replaces a handful of vitamins I used to take, replaces 2 doctor prescriptions I used to take, totally helps with my sugar cravings, my sweet tooth, saves me from going through the drive-thru and grabbing some unhealthy stuff and add-ons, because those little add-ons add up. Like, that's one of the biggest things. I'm a huge advocate of tracking. I keep my tracker right on my desk at work, keep my tracker right in the middle of the kitchen at home, because what you track, the data you have, you can celebrate or you can correct. And if you don't have the data, then you're just thinking. And so often we think we're doing like really well and working like really, really hard, but we forgot about like all that stuff we just did in the kitchen, right? So I just want to encourage you that I talk about a weight loss journey. I talk about weight loss a lot because I've evicted over 111 pounds, and it's been such a transformational journey for me. But there really is so much more to what can happen for you in your energy, in your relationships, and in your life if you do follow healthy, whole-based food nutrition plans, getting a nice diverse amount of foods, have a positive community surrounded around you, and add in some movement, right? So I just want to encourage you on that and encourage you to grab a glass of water, and if it is gorgeous where you are, like it is where I am, get outside, even if for 10 minutes, grab some fresh air, grab some steps, and smile at someone. Pay it forward, right? If you're feeling good, pass it on. And then hopefully it comes back to you when you're not feeling good. And if not, you smile at yourself. You smile at yourself and you get yourself pumped up, because this is your only life, y'all. But okay, hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, my eyes were really opened when I was talking to my friend last week, and I was just like, yeah, his doctor came back with all the labs, and his blood pressure issue is because he has to lose weight. When he loses weight, his heart won't be stressed anymore, and he won't have the blood pressure issue, you know? And I'm not trying to be a doctor or pretend that his situation is for everybody. And I'm not trying to say if you have diverticulitis that I can cure you. I mean, I do believe that I have the best and cleanest health plans, and I do know from personal experience what they've done for me. Same with my vitamin nutrition. I feel extremely strongly in it. So if you are feeling those struggles and pains, and even just think about your relationships, I've shared a couple of times, like when I was over 300 pounds and hiding and uncomfortable in my skin, my husband would ask me to run upstairs, and he'd get the, do you really need it? You go upstairs. Now, if you get that reaction from your spouse, what do you think's going to come back at you? It starts a fight. Now, I have the energy. I'm like, sure, let me go and get it. You know? Or if I'm standing there in the kitchen and he comes up next to me and he gives me a little grab on my waist, 100 pounds ago, I would quick turn. I would, hide. I would like pull myself away, and I would get embarrassed and shameful instantly. I would feel bad about myself, and I would reject him and pull away because I felt bad about myself. So how do you think that made him feel towards me and in that close moment? Where now, if he's coming close to me, now I'm like throwing myself at him, right? Like, if you feel good about yourself, if you have energy and you feel good about yourself, you give off that good feeling, and that good feeling only comes back to you more. And so making it so you are at your healthiest and you're most energetic and the way you feel the best, and investing in yourself, in the time, in even financially. If you invest in yourself, that will come back to you in how you pay it out to the ones you love. And even if it's not coming back to you instantaneously, it's a bank account. You're investing in the future and you're investing in you. And I know I don't want to meet who I would be if I stayed on that path I was 2.5 years ago for another 10 years. Like if I was in my late 20s getting multiple CAT scans for kidneys and emergency gallbladder surgery and diverticulitis scares and having all those issues in my late 20s, if I didn't change what I was doing, where do you think I would be 20 years from now? Who would I be showing up at Joseph's high school graduation? Like if I stayed on that path. And I'm not trying to be like a doomsday or slayer, but I'm like, I want you to look at the path that you're on. And if you're uncomfortable with where you are and you're not doing anything different, whatever you do today, good or bad, adds up to the future. So do something your future self will thank you for, and invest in yourself, and then lean into myself, lean into me and my crew, lean into our group, lean into our tools, and just see how great it can be. Just see how great it can be. So I just want to encourage you. I hope you got out and got some fresh air today. If not, there's still lots of day left wherever you are. So let me know if you got moving. Let me know if you grabbed your water. It's Water Wednesday, so go grab some water. And have a great one. See you guys later. Thanks for joining.